You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
Back in the saddle.
Holy cow!
Back in the
It
saddle.
took us so long to come back.
We're like two star-crossed lovers, just meeting in the middle. One time it's almost like we're Harry and Sally.
We are.
I'm Harry as a person.
Have you seen me?
You're Sally.
I'm also Harry. I mean, have you seen these arms?
You are
And I'm Greek.
Greek. You're. It's like it goes Armenian. Like that, Armenian's almost in another world, and then
They're like
Persian,
beasts.
then Greek, and then
They
Greek.
actually have transitioned over to monkeys.
Yeah, no,
They're
I'm half
a
Armenian.
part of monkey
I'm
world.
half Armenian. I'm also hairier than Robin Williams, and I can say without any sort of racism or anything, Armenian people are basically a Cro-Magnon. Like they're basically cavemen filled with hair and weird jawlines.
Where's your club? I want you to bring your club.
My Armenian
next
club?
week. Your
no, you
Armenian.
don't. You do not want them here.
I don't want that club.
They
No,
all drive in
not
BMWs.
that club.
Okay, all right. They all drive in BMWs. They'll all show up in Armani Exchange. You don't want that. Let's just keep it here.
I was thinking caveman club.
Oh, I will do that for you. Yes, I will do that for you. I'm not going to bring my Armenian gang around.
Everybody, this is Jensen Karp.
Hey, everybody.
And where can we follow you?
It's Jensen Clan 88 with a C because I'm not racist. It's JensenClan
Only
88.
against Armenians.
Only against Armenia. My own kind. I'm a self-hating Armenian. And I'm on the show if you're just sort of tuning in because I used to write WWE Raw. I was there for 7 months. We've talked about it many times on the show. You can go back to the archives. I felt bullied. I hid in the bathroom. I had a successful tenure where I left myself, though, after 7 months.
Fabulous.
Yep.
Fabulous. Bing is...
No. Put it back up because she doesn't know it. I know it. Put it back up. We are here doing Monday Night Raw, and we want to remind you that Bing is also for doing. See? I know the pitch.
We get thumbs up.
Yeah, I didn't know the pitch.
We get thumbs up for that.
I knew it better than you did.
You did know it better
Yeah,
than me.
yeah.
I usually just ignore those things that are happening.
I'll do 'em,
the
girl.
signs, all of it, I ignore it because
Girl,
I'm a little dyslexic.
I'm clubbing you.
Well, club me.
Yep.
And I'm Maria Kanellis. You can follow me at Maria L. Kanellis on Twitter. And
As we hit the 1,000th Raw, it's hard to say. 1,000th. As we hit the 1,000th Raw, it's important to say, Maria, I don't know if you're just tuning in weirdly because we've been gone for a while, Maria is one of the most memorable divas in WWE history.
Oh, thank you.
How long were you there? You were there
5.5 years.
5.5 years.
I was in the Diva Search.
Yep.
The first one, the good one.
Yep. And then they kept you because you were good.
They kept me because I was annoying.
And you gave the middle finger as they kicked you off.
I did both of them. I flipped the
remember.
birds. I was so excited. I was like, yes.
I remember. Well, that's us.
Yeah, that's us in a nutshell. And this is the 1,000th episode of Raw.
Yeah, not the 1,000th AfterBuzz.
No. Well, we've had some time off, but
The 800th.
we will get there.
Yeah, we will get there.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
But St. Louis, 15,000 people in the audience, looked like a sold out crowd.
It was mad. This I feel like was more publicized than most pay-per-views.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wish they didn't have so many pay-per-views, but that's just a side note. And the song you were excited about the song. It was Out of Sight.
Out of Sight.
And I don't know what the name
Up
of
and
the
coming
song.
rapper. Oh, I don't know what the song was either.
Yeah.
But it's a guy, up and coming rapper, singer. He's very good. Warner Brothers Records. I was excited to see him on there.
Yeah, I was.
They licensed a song. I mean, it was a big deal.
Huge deal.
Yeah.
Huge. But which it should be because I mean they've beaten out pretty much everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, the
Isn't
Simpsons
it
and
everybody
Friends.
else?
Yeah.
Simpsons,
everything.
Friends,
Yeah.
even the old school stuff. What was the one? The one that was on forever and ever. The old country one.
Las Vegas? No, I'm
No.
just saying bad shows now. Working It. ABC's The Island?
No. Someone will tell me what it
All
is. It's an old western-y type show that was on.
Gunsmoke?
Yes.
That was on long too.
It was on a very long time, but they beat him out as well.
Yeah.
That's very impressive,
over.
especially for wrestling shows.
Yep.
And I kind of feel like wrestling's on an upswing right now.
I feel it.
I mean, noticing over the last couple of weeks and stuff, now I feel like there's true storylines. I'm getting excited about stuff. I mean, throughout the entire show, I was just really excited.
Yeah.
Show started off with just such a wonderful package.
Yes.
You said you were a part of like 7 of those.
Only 2.
Oh.
There was one which was a Vegas
sounds so much
Showgirls.
better.
I know. I wish I could say I was there 7 months. Maybe that's what you're getting messed up. No, there were like 2 moments that and then they showed Flair for you. He did a face plant,
Faceplant.
and that was because he made out with you.
That was because he just kissed me. Why couldn't you just show me? Just a little taste. But they didn't show any former divas other than it was May and Moolah, and then they showed Trish and Lita, and that was it for the former girls.
Correct.
But, I mean, there was a lot of great stars tonight. A couple disappointments that I wanted to see. And, of course, who shows up first? Mr. McMahon.
Yes.
And he got a thank you chant.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes that sort of kind of go beyond good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he's almost one of those people that fans celebrate either way. They're
Mm-hmm.
just there to either boo him or applaud him, whatever it is they want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens very rarely. Like Cena, you can see gets the boos and the applause intermixed. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
no one knows what to do. But with Vince, it's almost like show us the lead. Whatever you want, we're probably going to do. And
Yes.
and if even if he was the worst guy in the world and he came out for his 1000th episode, you're going to get people yelling thank you. And the we're not worthy and the whole 9, he gets it every time.
He was, I really loved seeing him out there for this. I was hoping that maybe he would hand it over to Triple H at the 1000th episode. But like you said, maybe it'll happen next week. And
I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think we are wishing on a star for that to happen. I think, he handed it off as much as he could already. And at this point, when you get the 1000th episode or another network or whatever ends up happening down the road, he's going to be the guy who always comes out and takes the shine.
Yeah.
That's who Vince is.
He is. Well, he wants it. He likes it. His walk wasn't as crazy tonight.
Nah, he toned it down.
He had like the serious businessman walk almost.
He had the celebratory walk.
Yes.
It felt very much.
Very smiley. It reminds me of when he would tell us to smile.
Yeah.
The baby faces, he always had the big thing about make sure you smile. Make sure you smile. You have to smile.
He says it probably too much to Big Show. When Big Show's a good guy, it's just painful. He's just like, hello. He's just like a rose parade queen. Hello.
Generation X.
Yes, came out to start the show, and not Generation X in the form that we're used to them. Generation X in the way it should be, which is the New Age Outlaws, X-Pac, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, obviously missing the 8th wonder of the world, porno star China.
I was hoping.
Me too, but there's no way.
I wanted D-Generation X with China.
And for people who don't know, China dated Triple H in real life, and now Triple H is married to Stephanie McMahon, which most people would admit is a major upgrade. That is a serious upgrade. But I know, China's now doing porn.
She is. And
Wouldn't
she's
be a
very
good look.
proud of her.
Yeah,
I'm proud of it, actually.
Okay, I thought you said you were.
No.
I watched it. Did I tell you that?
No. What?
I saw it. I saw it.
Tell me more.
It's not... Okay. This is going to be replayed a million times by a million people to shit on me for the rest of my life. It's not that bad.
She's China.
I know, but
she looks amazing right now.
It's not great. Like, I'm not like, oh, this is amazing, but I didn't go like, bleh. Like, I remember when she had that thing out with X-Pac that was like a homemade video or whatever.
Oh, dear.
That like made me want to gag. Like, I actually got physically sick. When I was watching this, I was sort of like, oh, this isn't that bad. I mean, it's not hot, but it was like not like, yeah. But
Okay.
I watched it.
Well,
we didn't
I
see her
talked to her
tonight.
about it, and she
Really?
was very proud of it.
She's like, I love this stuff.
She's like, I'm doing something I really enjoy now, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Well, she does enjoy
Fine.
it. We
If
all
you
enjoy it.
we enjoy
We all
it,
enjoy it,
definitely.
yeah.
And if we can get paid for it and, whatever.
Sure.
To each his own.
To each his own. To each his bone. That was my China impression. It's not very good. It's not very good.
No, that wasn't good at all.
No.
That was
Show me the bone.
That was
Maria.
pretty rotten. Okay, so we decided that Road Dogg looked good out there.
He did. Road Dogg looked good. Billy Gunn looked better.
Billy Gunn looked like he was the most happiest man on the planet being out there.
X-Pac kind of looked like a physical turd.
I loved when he was like, "Could I say it? Can I do it?
He's happy. It was a bunch of older guys meeting up. This is like that Old Dogs movie that Vince loves. By the way, Vince loves old dogs.
Really?
Loves old dogs.
No!
I don't know why or any, but this was sort of...
How do you know this?
Because when I was there, his favorite movie of all time that he referenced all the time. And remember, this was like in 2002, so imagine how outdated this is. He's like, we just need to write stuff like there's something about Mary. And I'm like, wait, what? What dimension are we in? And then I had heard over the years, someone says that that's been replaced by old dogs.
Oh.
So he's like, I love that old dogs. So
Awesome.
so you in the ring, you kind of saw old dogs.
Old
a
dogs.
little, yeah.
Yeah. But I loved everything they did.
Me too.
You can just tell what that time period was like in
Yes.
wrestling. You can just tell. I mean, each one of them has such good timing and pacing, and they don't step all over each other. They know where to walk. They know who's going where.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I really like watching,
Yeah.
especially, to pick up from and to be in a group that is that large and to not step all over each other. I think it's just amazing.
Yeah, it looked great.
A little sad still about China. X-Pac, sweetheart.
He looked like poop. He looked like poop. And
Oh, poor guy.
still a fan, just looked like poop.
And then Damien Sandow, which I worked with at OVW,
Sure.
comes out. Aaron Stevens was what he went by back then. Used to have Beth Phoenix and Shelly Martinez. They were good and evil.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman put this whole thing together. And he had so much potential then. Got released from WWE.
Yeah.
And now is back doing this.
Lenny Poffo genius thing. It's great. And he looks like Knox, which is kind of a bad thing back when he was there the first time.
Yeah.
He looked like another wrestler, Mike Knox, who they were really high on. I do remember him in passing. I remember it was about the same time Santino was doing his like death machine gimmick.
Yes.
So I remember there was two guys, Santino being one, and then this guy being sort of a Brutus, tough guy too. And this is his home. I mean, I saw him. I told you in the room at Comic-Con. I was walking the floor and I saw him doing content. He was just with a cameraman and interviewing people as his character.
Really?
No one really knew who he was because it's just not someone you recognize really.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's grinding. Looks like it's good.
Oh my gosh, he's so good out
Yeah.
there. And then watching him in that ladder match,
Yeah.
I was so impressed. He looked like an old school wrestler.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like, he was in the ring with Christian most of the time.
Yep.
And I almost feel like they threw the other guys out and were like, okay, just me
go.
and you
Yeah,
go.
it felt that way.
Everybody else was just kind of all over the place, but I really felt like they were just,
Doing it like in their own world.
yes, it just, hey, me and you will wrestle, and that's it. They did their huddle, and then, of course, they got over on him and beat him down, and it was just really cool. The
It was
whole
cool.
thing, I loved the whole thing.
It was a good throwback.
Then there was a 3-on-3 match, and the matches tonight were so weird.
They were secondary.
Yes.
Is that a good way to say it?
It's a very good way to say
I
it.
feel like it just wasn't the focus of tonight's show. And that's
Yeah.
not bad.
It's
but it just
not.
there wasn't anything that really spoke to me. When you have that many gimmicks over and over, like there was a gimmick every segment. It was 3 or 4 where you're just like, oh, that guy. I mean, there was so much stuff going on. The matches were sort of, you had to remind yourself they were there.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the winners were Ray and Sin Cara and Sheamus, and they were against Jericho, Dolph, and Alberto Del Rio. And this interaction between Jericho and Dolph, I wonder if they're going to go forward with it. I wonder if they're going to keep moving with it. I don't necessarily like the two of them pitted together, though, because I just think that with Jericho being like the look at me type of guy, and then Dolph also being the show off,
Sure.
it's just too similar.
Yeah.
I would rather see Dolph in there with, I don't know, someone. I am trying to think of someone that he would be great with.
I mean, I just want him to go free like a bird.
I
want him
know.
to be alone.
I thought that he was going to lose Vicky, but now it's still there.
Still there.
In her purple dress
You know what
tonight.
else is still there?
What?
Amazon.com. It's a website that you should go to buy products. You've heard of this website.
Yes, I have.
I'm going to teach you about iTunes next week. Before you're going to shop online at Amazon, first go to AfterBuzzTV.com. It's that easy. It's not like, here's the thing. If I was like, go somewhere and spend extra money, then I'd be like, why am I doing this? It seems like a shitty pitch. Why would I spend more it's not that. You just do it through a different avenue. You go to AfterBuzzTV.com, click on the Amazon banner at the top, and then you just shop just like normal. Super easy, super simple. AfterBuzz gets a kickback of your purchase. There's no extra cost, and it's a way to support AfterBuzz TV so we can keep doing after shows like this, like Raw. And thank you guys. Just go to AfterBuzzTV.com, click the Amazon banner, and you just shop like normal, and we get money, which we need. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I'm going to go home and buy stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm super excited too.
That's
Oh, yep.
yeah, that's something.
I'm there.
Yeah.
That one's done. Where were you, Maria? Where were you?
I'm just in amazement. I'm in awe right now. I'm
a
really
professional.
am.
I don't know if you know that.
You are a professional.
I'm a real professional.
I am not when it comes to that stuff at all.
You're a pro. You believe me, you get way more views than I do. I've already established how hairy I am. If people are watching, they're much more excited about you. Like, let's be honest.
I don't know. I don't know about
she
that.
moves her hair.
The glasses thing is definitely
attractive.
it. Yeah.
Everybody wants someone who looks like their accountant.
Everybody wants that. And they want it to be on the show because we saw that on the show tonight.
Yes.
We saw your doppelganger on the show.
Everyone who writes to WWE is a doppelganger of mine, but tonight they used someone in the May sketch where she showed up with a large, full-grown hand, which is a reference to an old Raw sketch. And obviously he was a writer because he looked just like me and every nerd who's ever existed.
I think he might have been tall.
Yeah, he was tall. That
he
breaks the mold.
He looked like he was tall.
But he was me, just tall. He was me on stilts. Yeah, he was me on stilts.
It's either you or very large men.
Yeah.
Very large men that end up in little Speedos
Yeah.
because they're large men.
And that's the joke.
Yeah.
Shout out Krista Joseph.
Hello there. So then we had the tout thing, the Skype thing. Do you think tout's going to take off?
I don't know anything. That's what I do for a living. I do marketing, and I just am getting tout, but I assume it's just you're dropping video notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Meh. And then Charlie Sheen showed up, which I am so disappointed.
Which we'll get to, because there's a real announcement tonight.
There is a real announcement, but the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that he drops his Twitter within weeks of being the media.
That was the best. They were like, yo, you know who's going to be our social media correspondent on Twitter? Charlie Sheen. And then the next day was like, Charlie Sheen quits Twitter.
What did he have, 9 million people following him? And he just like dropped out. Everybody was freaking out. It was like someone died. It was horrible.
It was terrible.
Layla and AJ backstage. I love Layla's faces.
Yes.
Layla's faces is just...
She is sort of the Silent Bob of WWE.
Yes.
Like she's just very like, like she doesn't really need to say anything. She's just her facial expressions say more than what she could say by script.
She is just...
And we are part of the AJ Mutual Admiration Club.
Oh, yes.
We love her.
I actually sent out a message for the Money in the Bank ladder match tonight, and that said, AJ is the reason why I watch Raw.
Yeah.
AJ's the reason why I watch WWE. And so many people got back to me and was like, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. AJ tweeted me.
That's great.
Hey, AJ.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
And she said, thank you. Which when I see something that's so amazing that can't be denied, it's just, she is so good. I think she's the next Trish Stratus.
She could be.
She's going to have that much of an impact. And I know she can work in the ring. I watched some of her old matches and stuff because I wanted to see more. And plus, I watched some NXT stuff just so I can kind of be up to date. And she can go in the ring. She reminds me of Mickey. She reminds me of Trish. It's insane.
It's cool. I'm excited.
Very excited to see where this goes. I hope they bring the women's championship back. I am just fighting for that women's championship. We saw Hacksaw. We saw Piper. We saw Mae Young. We saw R-Truth.
And we saw a writer in a hand costume.
A writer in a hand costume. They just have to like keep fitting them in there.
Yep.
We saw a lady coming in from Sonic that wanted to serve drinks.
Yeah, WWE, this is their first week with a regular 3hour show. What do you
I have a hair.
Now you're Armenian now. Basically,
Just right here.
basically WWE is going to 3 hours. That it gets costly.
It gets very
And it
costly.
looks like they're going to start infiltrating our programming with ads, which is fine. But like it's kind of like I was giving you an example of Chuck, the show Chuck. When it needed some money, they had Chuck start working at Subway, and every time they'd say Subway, and they'd bring up the sandwich. And you're sort of seeing that here, which is like, oh, out of nowhere, a girl from Sonic on roller skates pulled up and had the pink lemonade and all these things they pitch. But it looked like they're doing that more often now.
I really would like Cherry to be on the roller skates next time.
Bring her back.
Bring her back.
From Deuce and Domino.
Oh, God, she can work.
Yeah.
I would love to see her.
Not really look great, though.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
She had that old school look.
Listen, you're taking advice from a dude who watched the China porno. So keep in mind, I was like, not that bad. So my taste is all over the place. Let's be honest.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Jack Swagger, Funkasaurus.
Yes.
What happened?
That is called a absolute squash.
What happened to him?
I don't know. Jack
Oh,
Swagger
no,
was
poor
defeated.
Jack.
He was defeated in maybe 35 seconds.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
piece
Dude
of
Love
offense.
came out, which was awesome. I wanted to see all three.
All of them come out?
Yeah, I
Dude
wanted
Love, Mankind.
I just wanted them to come out during different
Cactus Jack,
segments,
yeah.
you know, just be different throughout the entire show. But
Yes.
that didn't happen. Probably not enough time. There was
No.
a lot to fit in. But
Yes.
yeah, I mean, and I didn't
bummer.
like his outfit either.
Which one? Funkasaurus?
Yeah,
Funkasaurus had some pretty crazy stuff going on with his boob area.
boob area, region.
Yeah, it was not
balls
good.
area.
Yeah, he had a real camel.
not-
He had a camel toe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Then we also had a throwback to Trish and Triple H's scene where was the bending over.
Yes.
I think Trish was bending over,
Yep,
and then
and he was behind, and then they flipped the role.
They flipped the role this time
Yep.
for yoga.
Yep.
So good to see
Former
Trish.
AfterBuzz guest Trish
Yes,
Stratus.
she looks amazing.
She does.
And she's doing really well with her life, and so I'm really excited to see that. But that was
It's good. And again, you got to see the old dogs. Bring the old dogs in.
All dogs came in.
My favorite movie.
Gave him a hard time.
My favorite movie.
It was great.
Yeah. Come on. We're gonna do it, guys.
Slick Rick comes out for the wedding.
Yes. Who now? I call him Slick Rick because as a kid they said it a couple times, and then the rapper came out and everyone was like, "Ooh," and then he just became Slick. But it is by far the most racist portrayal in TV history. Honestly, Aunt Jemima is less offensive than Song of the South is like, oh, that's fair. Compared to Slick, he literally is like, looky here. Like, it's the most offensive portrayal in television history. Martin Luther King literally would have killed himself had he not been killed if he saw Slick's portrayal of black people on TV. It was awful and so offensive, but so great at the same time.
And he was just taking his sweet ass time.
Yeah.
Getting through.
He's just like, by the power invested in me. I'd love to think the backstage he's just like, hello, hi, nice to
how
meet
you doing?
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Because Teddy, it's weird, because Teddy will go out there and be like, raise the roof. And then backstage he'll just be like, what do you guys have for me this week? Totally normal face. Just like, hey, you guys have any bits for me?
Yeah. Do you, yep.
No, but
I always love that about characters.
Yes.
Like, there's so many characters out there that is completely
different.
different. But then there's so many that are completely the same.
Yeah.
Case in point, Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, Nate his wife, yeah.
He is that person all the time.
Snitsky was always one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's weird when he's supposed to be this scary person, and in real life he's like the most loving teddy bear. But he really did have a crazy foot fetish.
He loves my feet.
He loves feet.
We did Little Piggies on air on a Raw. It was crazy. I'm doing a film with him. I'm doing a Manos Search for Valley Lodge.
I love Manos,
We are
the original.
doing the prequel.
I love
am
the
very
original.
excited.
One of the worst movies ever made, Manos.
One of the worst movies ever
love
made.
that movie.
And we hope to do the
Do
second
it
worst.
justice. Do it justice.
But I am doing a film
Well,
with
hide
him.
your feet.
So
Hide your feet.
I will. He always tells me I have nice shoes, which kind of creeps me out.
You have nice shoes.
And he walks around with like pink polish
Yeah.
and like blue
He's a
polish.
foot guy, yeah.
He is definitely a foot guy.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Yes.
It's just real
Yes.
quick. I'm not going to say who the radio personality was.
Rick
But
Dees.
I did a radio interview.
Yes.
He had like prosthetic feet, like together, little
Sure.
ones. You know, they were sitting up in a packaging. They were obviously like a fetish toy.
Sure.
And I was like, oh my God, that's so funny. Who would buy that? He's like, isn't that amazing?
Oh, man.
He was totally a foot person.
Oh, God.
And I just had to flip. I instantly was like,
Casey Kasem, right? It's Casey
oops,
Kasem.
I can't tell you.
It's Casey Kasem would be the
I love
weirdest
this
person
guy.
to have a foot fetish. I also think he's dead, just for the record.
Casey Kasem. I used to listen to that all the time.
Everyone did.
So here's the wedding. AJ, Brian, AJ looked gorgeous as
Yes.
always. AJ's facial expressions amazing. Her little tilt to the side, creepy like zombie-ish thing, and she just kind of rolls her eyes and rolls her head around. Awesome. There was a no chant. The fans were not being like they did
That
not
was
want it
great.
to happen.
Because
It was-
Slick would say, who here wants to see this? And the fans would go, no. Now let's talk about the hair that's stuck on you. Right now you are bugging out because there's a hair stuck somewhere on you.
Haven't you ever had
Yes.
that where there's a hair and
Yes.
you know that there's a hair
Yes.
and you keep trying getting vocal?
No, it's terrible. It's a terrible feeling. I admit it. But it does sort of look like you're on meth because you're just like there's bugs all around me. Yeah. So AJ, the wedding about to happen, and out comes. Or actually, first she says yes.
Yes.
We think it's all ready, and then she says, hold on,
But it's for another man.
another man.
It is for another
And then No Chance hits. Here comes Vince McMahon,
And
who you think they're going to now be married. He says, no, it's not that way. She said yes to me being, thank you. She said yes to me being a GM.
Need views.
Yeah, thank you. Yes to me being the new GM of Raw.
Yeah. And she, and he does it so slick. Like
Yeah.
he looks back, not slick.
Not slick. Not, he didn't go like, not me here. Vince, I don't mean that. I made her the commissioner. He didn't do that. No, he didn't do that. Thank God he didn't do that, or they'd be kicked off the air.
I can't even. But so that whole happened. What do you think she's gonna do?
I mean, she's gonna play. She's gonna play the crazy person.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
She's so good.
She is very good.
I haven't been this excited about someone in a very long time.
Yeah.
Not
So
that
not since
kind of
Old
excited.
Dogs. Nope. Not since Old Dogs have I been this excited.
But I mean, it was
It was great.
really great, and yeah,
We kept a good tradition of weddings from Macho Man and Elizabeth, Test and Stephanie. A lot of good weddings have happened. That was another good one.
I am like crazy lady notes because look, I went from half the page
Yeah, I don't know what you did there.
to like the whole page. I skipped a
Yeah,
page.
you're like a beautiful mind of wrestling. Creep. I don't know what's going on.
What is okay? So that happens with AJ, which I'm super excited about.
Yep.
I hope she really messes
new GM.
with.
Yeah.
Yes, I really hope that she messes with Daniel Bryan and Punk along the way.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
it looks like, I'll give you my predictions when
Yes.
we hit to him, but it does look like she's going to play into SummerSlam, but I'll explain why later.
Oh.
For Daniel Bryan.
Ooh,
Yep.
I like this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Two crazy people together?
Sort of.
Yes. All right.
You'll see.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, it's always good to see.
So good to see.
Mm-hmm.
He brought up a lot of good names. And it's just
Mr. Perfect, he said. One of my favorites of all time.
he
He was out there for those who were not able to be with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. And every time I see him, I feel like I'm watching a bit of history.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of people feel that. He's actually going to be holding a seminar at Crossfire Wrestling that I'm
cool.
doing here on August 4th in Nashville. So
And he
he's gonna-
comes and just teaches
He's going to come in and teach.
That's
I
great.
am going to go because
have to.
I want to see. This
Yeah.
it's amazing. And if you want to go to the show, and I know I'm plugging my own
No,
stuff
please,
right
in
now.
Nashville.
But if you want to go to the show, it's at the Nashville Fairgrounds, and
Yeah.
you can get tickets, and you can look up Crossfire Wrestling LLC, and you can find all the information there. And I'll also tweet it out later. So, but if people want to go or they want to go to the seminar, let me know, or let them know and buy some tickets because
Yeah.
it's going to be a crazy event. We're going to have so many cool people there. So Bret came out to introduce the Intercontinental Championship match,
Yep.
and it was Christian and Miz.
Yes. Now, we are all Miz fans here.
Yes.
And we are just depressed at what the last year has been. He
Yeah.
almost didn't make the WrestleMania card. He just has never really caught fire like he did at his WrestleMania main event.
Right.
And tonight, we might see a turning of the tide.
I feel like either he got sad
Yeah.
or maybe he got lost a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see him back in the swing of things.
Well, he luckily won the
won.
Intercontinental Championship.
And I thought it was a very solid match.
Yes, it was
I
good.
thought it was a really good match. I really liked the finish. And I hope that he goes a little bit more back to like the fun Miz
Yes.
heel character.
Yes.
Not so much I'm awesome.
Yeah.
I want to see like I'm awesome. Like I don't want to see him so freaking serious.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's one of those wrestlers because of his MTV background and all these things he did. It's like all my friends who aren't, my friend Jessica or my friend Steve or whatever, who aren't really super into wrestling, know who he is because of his background. Because,
Yeah.
and that kind of thing to me is a good ambassador for wrestling. So it's always weird to me when they push him lower. It's like he's the recognizable face at 7-Eleven when those Slurpee cups were coming out. People were like, oh, the dude from Real Road Road
Yeah,
Rules. Oh,
cool.
let's get his cup.
Yeah.
That kind of thing is more our generation. So it's
Yeah.
weird to see them diss him.
So
But not anymore.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Intercontinental Championship.
Yep.
Regis has a really great promo package here, and he talks about meeting the Destroyer, one of his very first interviews.
Yes.
He has always been so good to wrestling.
Yeah. Regis Philbin.
He's always really enjoyed.
Well, he used to date May. Not to made that up. I just made that up. But it would be a great sexual thought in my head of them having sex. I don't know why. I was just like, him and May would be fun.
Oh,
I've also watched China's porn. Did you miss the part about China's porn? I'm totally fine with weird stuff. I've already admitted that. That's fine. I'm just thinking May and Regis would be in line with what I watch with China.
Fabulous.
I like weird wrestling fetish.
Yeah, so now I know the type of women you date.
Please.
Yeah.
Or fake legs, whatever it is. Or fake feet.
Oh,
legs is a
fake
different
legs.
fetish. That's a totally different fetish. That's a mannequin fetish.
Oh, no.
Not a mannequin fetish. Not me.
I am learning a lot. I am
one to
learning
grow on.
whole bunches right now.
More you know.
Okay, so moving along. Triple H comes out.
Yes.
Still begging for his match with Brock. And it
Not selling it to me. I'm into it, but not like super into it at this point.
No, I wasn't into it at all. I wasn't sold on Brock coming back.
Me neither.
When he first came back, I was like, okay. Sure, why not? We're bringing back the old guys, whatever. But I wasn't excited about it. But then they brought in Heyman. And I was like, okay, he can be on every single show.
Exactly. It had potential.
It had potential.
Tonight, that potential paid off.
Holy
in my
cow.
opinion.
It was like, I was like a little kid.
Exactly.
I was screaming. I was yelling at the TV.
It was great.
Oh, and Heyman, and his way he gets a lip, and he just gets all the...
A dramatic man. He's a very dramatic man.
Very dramatic, but I love
the
when
best.
they start pulling from actual
In real
history.
life, right. So for those who don't know, Heyman and Stephanie, that is a real hate in real life. And I don't think it's necessarily like that. I don't think that it's Heyman hates Stephanie a ton. I think it's just that Stephanie hates Heyman a lot. And that's a real hatred they have. So what happened is Triple H calls out Lesnar. Heyman comes out instead of Lesnar. Heyman and him have a sort of, he's not going to fight you. Lesnar doesn't want to fight you. He doesn't want a piece of you.
Not going to happen.
And then during their sort of jabber jaw back and forth, Heyman brought up Triple H's kids. And that's a no-fly zone. He pulls them off. He says, do not talk about my kids. And Heyman goes, I'm sorry. I just think that your kids have to look, they're going to be total losers. And that's when the music hits and Stephanie McMahon, Triple H's real wife, comes out into the ring.
Yes.
Which is a return. We haven't seen her in the ring for quite some time.
She looks amazing.
Listen,
Woman has had,
my fetish,
4 kids now?
My fetish for Stephanie McMahon is well documented here on this show. There was a time when people would just tweet me fitness shots that she took recently. She was my boss for 7 months. I worked with her every single day. All of my meetings was alone with her. She's a very hot woman. She is a piece.
Her eyes, when they look at you, you feel like you are naked in front of God.
Yeah, it's a scary feeling.
Her eyes, I've never been so just, if I was lesbian, it would be with Stephanie.
I
because she is just, she's like perfect.
By the way, that's the best pull quote ever. Like every wrestling site should just start with a quote. If I was lesbian, I'd be totally in this. I'd be doing it with Stephanie McMahon. Quotes Maria Kanellis. No, I agree with you. She was a very hot woman. I mean, she's so sexy.
Great mom too.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God,
she's cool.
Amazing.
So she came out. She attacks, slaps
Failures.
Heyman. All real life stuff.
WCW, WWE. You failed at this. You failed at that. Your kids will never respect you, and they'll never be proud of you. And then Heyman came back, and that was it.
And that was it. And then Stephanie slaps him.
The shit out of him.
In a real life slap.
Yeah.
And then they went to the floor in fighting, and then Lesnar music hits.
And I just love Triple H off to the side.
Laughing.
Going, yep, that's my woman.
It's great.
That's her. Yep,
great.
mother of my babies.
Yep.
Amazing.
He probably watches the porn and feels the same thing too with the China thing. He's probably like, look at my old woman. Look at her. Look at her working. Look at her working. Bring out the old dogs. I want to show them this.
Oh my.
All right, maybe not. Maybe not.
And then, of course, Brock comes.
Yes. Jimmy John's favorite wrestler.
I just love that Brock came out to Stephanie beat the hell out of
Heyman. But they clear the ring a bit, and then Lesnar and Triple H have some back and forth. Triple H is the over. He takes him out of the ring, and looks like Lesnar and Triple H is a lock for SummerSlam.
It is a lock for SummerSlam, and it looks like Brock has been eating some spinach.
He looks good.
He looks like Popeye. His arms don't go down. They're
he looked like Bluto.
Yeah.
Now he looks like Popeye. And I'm proud to say that.
I love that reference. That was a really makes me happy.
Good.
Santino and Horny come out with new dolls.
Yep.
More merch.
More merch. Another sell.
Merch.
Yep.
Selling this. And then I am not exactly sure how Heath Slater comes out from here. What happened in between?
I don't remember what happened in between. But I will tell you, Heath is the dude they have come out to just fight the legends. That's like a thing. So tonight he was up against, I forget now. Who do you have written down?
I have APA, Road Warrior.
Right. It was a schmatza. It was a ton of... Lita came out first.
Lita looks amazing.
Yeah, Lita looked good.
That's well put everywhere that Lita has been my favorite of all time. Like I just think she changed things.
Yeah.
You didn't have to be a blonde and that type. You could be a little alternative and it was okay.
Yeah.
I think that somewhere down deep inside, my need for having red hair comes from Lita.
It's funny because she started so alt. She's not so alt anymore.
No.
Now she's kind of a girl. But when she first came in, she had this like weird tattoo and she's like a weird girl. Now she's just sort of a bombshell.
She's sexy.
Yeah.
She's gotten sexier with age, which is amazing. Yeah. And then, of course, we get Damn.
All the wrestlers that Heath had been fighting over the weeks came out. So did APA, which is Bradshaw and Farouk or Ron Simmons or whatever you call him.
Vader.
Vader came out. Road Warrior, Slaughter. There was a lot of people. Bob Backlund. So a lot of people came out and they got their revenge on Heath, and that was it.
A lot of those guys work backstage, so it was the easy fix.
A lot of them are
and
working.
I just wonder the entire time, do they sit in that while they're working? Like,
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure of it. It's like in
Sarge like hanging around.
Yeah, it's like in SNL when like you'll be back. Like I've been there once, and backstage it's like a llama walks by, or like a guy in like a serious costume, like dressed as like a Teletubby.
The word llama.
Yeah,
llama. I love the word llama.
Whatever, girl.
Llama.
I don't even listen. I've put myself in such weird places. I don't need to say llama too much, or people will be like, he's into llamas too. I've told way too much about myself tonight. Way too much.
Stephanie, China,
please.
Your love of legs.
Stephanie's great.
Oh.
Stephanie great.
Oh, iTunes and podcasts.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know about those?
Well, I know so much about those things. Here's the thing about the show. We do it live. You can watch it on AfterBuzzTV.com right after the Raw show, or you can watch it at any time on YouTube. You just type in sort of Monday Night Raw AfterBuzz and the date, and you can see all of our old shows. But on top of that, you can download it as a podcast. So just audio on your iPhone or on your car. My friend Mike, who you met this weekend when we went to go wrestling, he only listens to it on podcast. Didn't know that you were hot and I was hairy. Knew nothing about it. But you can listen to the show as just audio. You go to iTunes and you look up anything from AfterBuzz TV. All of the shows are on there. And you go there, you listen to them, you download them. You can rate and comment. That helps us. So when you listen to the show,
do that. Rate me.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Rate.
Wait, what?
I said rate me.
Wait, do you?
I'll be back.
Wait,
Excuse me.
Rate me.
Excuse me. Not more of your fetishes, dude.
Did you say rate me?
I said rate.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It helps us out a lot.
Jesus. If you guys can, if you see Maria in a dark alley or anything, rate her. Rate her as hard as you can. Thank you. You pick as many stars as you can. Thank you. That's not helping anyone. That's going to get jiffed into a million things. So here's the thing. You press how many stars we're worth, and you tell people, you rate and comment it. You say, this is my favorite episode. Maria just put a microphone thing to her butt. That would be good for a comment. And then you just tell your friends. Tell your friends about the podcasts. All of them, if you're a wrestling fan. We also have SmackDown on the network. All sorts of things go on. I know they're doing Bachelor Pad almost as we speak. Those things happen, and it only takes a minute. You can get it all off iTunes. And pitch to done.
Done.
And here comes a girl from Sonic on roller skates.
Hey! How you doing? I'm really thirsty for some reason. No matter how cold it is in here, I need one of those. What is it called? Refreshers.
You need to be rated. You need to be rated.
Rate me, please. Rate me. Rate me.
Jesus.
Mean Gene. Oh, it's so good to see him.
It was good.
He was not doing so well for a while there.
Really?
So, I don't know what was all going on. I'm sure someone will tell me. And then Zach, and then it was Cena and Rock.
Okay.
Rock said to have a good match. Like,
did you see Rock coming out? I don't think I felt that coming, to be honest.
I
mean, it was good to see. I just didn't know if he was going to be there.
Yeah, I just, where am I? I'm lost again. Oh, here we go. I want to talk about that whole segment. I know we're mixing around here, but CM Punk and Rock in the ring. I thought it was going to be like the talk of the century.
Correct. But I have a theory on why it wasn't.
Tell me your theory.
My theory is...
Because it would make me feel better.
Do you remember when The Rock and Cena just had weeks and weeks and weeks of it not working?
Yes.
Like, oh man, they're not touching, they're not talking?
Yes.
I think they just like that theory with The Rock, which is like, let them pay to see it eventually.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be CM Punk Rock at WrestleMania. That's my opinion. And then I think that's why there was still a lot of like mutual admiration, a lot of things to lead up to much later. No need to show your hand right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I was also...
We wanted more.
I wanted a lot more. Rate me.
Jesus. This is gonna ruin every dream I've ever... I mean, this is gonna rate my dreams. My dreams are rated. They're never gonna stop thinking about you being like, rate me. Someone rate me. I'm just asking for it. Someone rate me on iTunes.
What did I say earlier with the traffic?
Oh, yeah. She texts me this. So she's saying, okay, we're talking on the way here, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, there's a lot of, here, I'll read it to you exactly. She said, traffic sucks. And I was like, yep. And she said, never had it so bad. And I wrote, that's a weird way to explain traffic. I've never had it so bad? Who says that about traffic?
And then I realized that it sounded like either having sex or having an STD, which were bad possibilities.
And in many cases, the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Bad sex.
I either have bad sex or I have a terrible case of Hep C. Those are the two options that you're giving me to see from that text.
That was just,
Had it so bad. Had it so bad.
That was, okay, so.
Yes. We
think that it's going to be Cena Rock WrestleMania.
Correct.
Okay.
That's my goal. That's what I hope.
My goal is to see them go back and forth in a promo and it just be freaking...
Because I know everyone thinks it's Brock. I understand everyone thinks it's Brock Rock. I don't think that happens.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Me neither.
No offense, but I just don't know. I want to see I either want to see Punk and Stone Cold, or I want to see Punk and Rock. Yeah. That's it.
Sure.
And I don't know who I want to see Cena against this year. I'm sure it'll be someone. But maybe Daniel Bryan.
Brock? No, doesn't mean anything. Maybe Daniel Bryan.
I'd like to see Daniel Bryan. That would be fun.
Sure.
So what was the big announcement that Mr. Not having a Twitter anymore?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Well, Charlie Sheen seemed to have some on-air beef with Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Which now seems like it's turning into a match at SummerSlam. I could not be less enthused. By the way, if you're WWE and you're paying for these stunt castings, which I know is not a ton of payment because they're trying to promote this anger management, but at the same time, it's like, really, come on, if you're trying to be a PG show, there's no need to bring on someone who is allegedly or...
Why not just bring back Shaq?
Yeah, or Shaq.
Shaq's,
fun.
He's done over at ESPN, isn't he?
No, he's at TBS. He's at the TNT thing, yeah. He's great there, but... and he has a show on some network as a comedy. But there's so many other people that they could have went with. I just don't understand this. I still don't get Charlie Sheen as a human now. But either way, I guess he'll be wrestling at SummerSlam, which will be a nice shit show to give a good wrestler like Daniel Bryan.
Which makes me sad.
Makes me sad, too.
Because I want to see Daniel Bryan have great matches because I really enjoy Daniel Bryan's
This
matches.
is going to be a David Arquette mess.
No, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, next week we're going to have Nigel McGuinness in.
That's great.
Which is
on the show.
On the
here
show.
On AfterBuzz.
Here on AfterBuzz.
Yep.
And it's a former Ring of Honor champion. He worked with those guys.
Yeah.
So he's going to be able to give us a kind of insider's perspective on the way that they think about matches and stuff. What it's like to be in the ring with them, which I'm really excited about. He still works at Ring of Honor. He's a commentator over there, has helped me out so much with stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to have him on the show.
Sure.
And while we're talking about that, why don't we also talk about the state of AfterBuzz? Excuse me. And the fact that this week we only have the two of us.
Yeah, so we've lost
just
Chris
the
Joseph.
Two of us.
Yeah.
You know, I always wanted to call him Chris Joseph.
I know, because of this.
You and I.
It's about that. I know that song, but I feel like I understand that that's like an original 70s song, but I feel like the one about Will Smith and his son is more about us. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're Will Smith and I feel like I'm Trey Smith or whatever the stupid kid's name is. Like, I feel like that's the thing. Like, I feel like
when he's all buff or when he's
he's like a little baby child, like take me under your wing kind of child.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Okay.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we lost Chris. It seems like Mr. to the P is also
Preston, he
no
is
longer...
also. They're both working on clothing lines, so
Yes.
check out their clothing lines.
Yeah.
We love them both.
Yes.
Chris has Volcari.
Yep.
You can follow him on Twitter. It's at Volcari Fashion.
Yep.
And then Mr. to the P is Mr. to the P, and
Gone but not forgotten.
not forgotten, and he'll probably come back in for like guest appearances. I
Sure.
know everybody at home is just so happy about that.
Yes.
But he has beach life going on right now.
Yeah,
and he's
like
actually-
herpes, he never fully goes away. Like as hard as you try, it'll
He's
never.
in Nebraska right now.
Who?
Mr. to the P.
Oh, really?
With his clothing line. He said that it's country life,
Sure.
not beach life right now. So
Sure.
they are both gone.
Yes.
So currently we are going to have Nigel. We're
Yep.
also going to have Mike Bennett, the prodigy from Ring of Honor. And we will have others.
Yeah,
And we're
coming
scoping
through.
it out right
Yeah,
now.
We're feeling it out. But for now, it's just Will Smith and his kid.
Will Smith and his kid. And we're going to be here every week.
Yeah.
So if you've been upset that we were gone, we're sorry for that. But with all the craziness and stuff going on with Dancing with the Stars
Yeah.
and then just the summer how it was, we needed to take a liaison.
Yeah.
Liaison?
No, no.
No. What is it? What's the word?
A sabbatical? Hiatus?
Sabbatical.
I like
Hiatus.
sabbatical
Ooh,
also.
There's God over there.
Sabbatical's
Lady
good
God.
too.
Sabbatical. Okay, we had to take
Lady
a
God,
sabbatical. Lady God.
Lady God. I just made that up. So stupid.
Lady God over there.
Yeah.
And the
But yeah, that's we're chilling.
So we're here and
Yeah.
we're back,
Yeah.
and I'm very excited about that. What I'm also excited about is the fact that Kane came out, and then all these randoms come out. What did you call them? The no names.
No, I was like, look at these guys we don't know the names of. Really quick, I just want to shout out guy Dominic on Twitter who said, what about Cena Undertaker at WrestleMania? Also an option I'd watch.
Yes.
So just throw that out there.
Oh, also a very good option. Who else? Anybody else got anything
CM
for
Punk
me?
Undertaker, I don't see that here, but that's also something.
Finkel announced the match right after Santino and Hornswoggle.
Right.
Oh, okay. So, also, Howard Finkel was there tonight.
Yeah,
Amazing.
everyone's there.
I
It's a
love
big
him.
night.
Okay, so a bunch of guys came out. And can I just say, I have a slight thing for Tyler Rex. I just
Like
always.
attraction?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just think there's something about him that's very marketable.
Oh, I thought you... Did
No.
you mean physically, like you found him attractive?
I find him attractive,
Okay.
yes, but I find his whole thing attractive. So I really hope that he kind of breaks out. But he has been there since I was there.
Yeah.
So the time is now, dude. Start,
Yeah.
start kicking it. Do something because you have a great look.
Yeah.
I want to see something done with him. And if he's in there with the right person in the ring, I think he could go somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, but now more important things. Undertaker. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That was such a surprise.
Yeah, he last year did no appearances other than the WrestleMania build-up.
Mm-hmm.
This year, obviously, he added this appearance because it's a big show. And him and Kane worked together as brothers to beat up a bunch of people I don't know the name
The
of.
Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah. It's fine.
Destruction.
We'll edit it out later. We don't edit ever. That's a joke. No, yeah, Brothers of Destruction was great to see. Kane and Undertaker always a draw.
Took them all out.
Yep.
And then just Tombstone.
And then did their little pose.
And the pose.
Yep.
Their original pose.
Their original pose.
I just.
And they both did tombstones, which as a wrestling fan, no wrestler's really allowed to do the pile driver anymore except for Undertaker. So seeing Kane do it with him, nice another exception to do the pile driver.
It is.
Yeah.
But Kane's done it before.
Yeah, I don't. He gets it every once in a while, but Undertaker gets like a pass. Like
Yeah.
he's allowed to do it, but too many kids were like breaking their necks, so the wrestlers aren't really allowed to do it.
Yeah, guys, I don't know why you would do this stuff at home anyways.
It's so stupid. Why would anyone do that? As a child, I wrestled my pillow, and that was like as far as I got.
I wrestled my brother, broke his nose, and then
Yeah.
I stopped doing
I
that.
broke a kid's nose. I did. My friend Josh, we did a wrestling camp thing. We talked about this, me and you, before, where I was like the heel at this wrestling
Oh, yes,
thing.
we did.
For a camp, and I broke a kid's nose with a clothesline. He's getting it fixed, finally, 10 years later.
No.
Yeah,
Now?
he's getting it fixed. It's deviated septum. It's messing with his breathing and his sleeping and stuff.
I don't know how my nose never got
He's
broken.
definitely not invoicing me. I will not pay for it.
You shouldn't pay for
Too
it.
late.
It's
Statute of
wrestling.
limitations.
It's not ballet.
I agree.
It's wrestling.
I am with you.
I'm very proud of your wrestling show.
Thank you so
and
much.
your wrestling background.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Thank you
I
so
am-
much. I'm a very strong kid. Very strong kid.
And that and wrestling in mind, PWG.
Yes.
We just both went to it.
I'm
A
wearing
nice
their
shirt.
shirt. I'm wearing their shirt to promote them. They are, if you're in Los Angeles, I have nothing to do with them other than a fan. I'm an absolute fan of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. You can just Google PWG and it'll come up. It is a movement that's been going on for about nine years here in Los Angeles, in Reseda to be exact. And it is really, if you're into what Daniel Bryan's doing, if you're into what CM Punk is doing, this is a complete federation filled with those kind of guys. Really smart, young guys who are having fun, very optimistic wrestling. It's in a American Legion building, so immediately you think of like The Wrestler and these like sad images of old wrestlers. It's none of that. It's all up and coming dudes that you're going to see. They're in Ring of Honor, a lot of them, Kevin Steen, and a lot of guys that already are in ROH. But these guys, you're just sort of seeing these physical, insane specimen moves, and they're just really working it out, very improvisational. And their next matches are September 1st and September 2nd in LA. Maria and I went to the last one, but I don't know if we're going to be able to go September 1st and 2nd. But we'll be there as many times as we can, and it's something you should support if you like wrestling for sure. And you're in LA. You can get the DVDs on the website too. Again, I have nothing to do with them other than it's ignited an excitement for wrestling in me.
And there's a lot of celebrities that go.
There were. We saw one of the guys from True Blood was there one week. Girl Jillian from Community went. It's really getting a nice buzz as far as like what you should know about next. Is PWG's great.
It is great. I had so much fun there.
So much
the
fun.
guys are so nice. I mean, Eddie Edwards was there. Yeah. Roddy was there. The Young Bucks. TJ Perkins, which is one of my favorite wrestlers
He's
right
great.
now.
And unfortunately, my girlfriend's favorite wrestler.
Oh.
Yeah, she loves him.
I'm sure she does.
It's a little bummer. Little bummer. I'm
Sorry.
a little too hairy to be happy about that. I'm a little not hot enough. Little bummer. But sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, he calls me Mrs. Kanellis, so I know
That's a
that.
game.
Yeah,
That's his game. Spinning
very. It's a very interesting relationship we have, but I adore him, and I'm trying to get him to come in and do one of the
He
shows.
should. Yeah, he told
lives
us.
up here.
We talked about it.
Yeah. But these guys, they just they kill themselves out there.
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
fun. My favorite moment of the whole night was when the guy with the mustache, what's his name?
Joey.
Joey
Adams?
Joey, yeah.
Joey Adams. Who's an ROH guy?
No.
Yeah.
Was he?
No, sorry. TNA guy.
TNA guy.
Sorry.
I thought you meant maybe way back when.
No.
But
TNA guy.
he's in the ring and he's got the guy in a hold and he says, I'm thinking here, I need to talk to him. I was like, oh my God.
It's very postmodern. And if you don't know what
It's
postmodern
very
means,
postmodern.
it's like when Ferris Bueller talked to the camera in
Yes.
Ferris Bueller. It's almost like, and they don't do it all the time because they take their sport very serious.
Yes.
But sometimes they will sort of, Steen might talk to some audience members during his match. I mean, there are certain things they do that sort of tip the hat to what kind of fan we've all become. The reason that there's an AfterBuzz show talking about Raw admits that we all know the business.
Yes.
And when you go to the show, it admits it's a business. It's very fun that way.
It's very
And then
fun
one
that
of
way.
them, he the same guy, Joey, he has a mustache, and one of his phrases is, "Who wants a mustache ride?" And so so Maria tweeted, one of the guys at PWG just said, "Who wants a mustache ride?" And then he retweeted it a minute later and just wrote, "Jealous," which was great.
Which then when I met him later, we took a photo together and stuff. It was just, it's so
He was really cute about it too. He's like, "My fans really like it when I take pictures." I'm like, "Come on, man, you want to take a picture with Maria?" I wanted to say that so bad. Like, come on, man, we all want. We love Maria. We don't want to take a picture with her.
So
Just your
cute.
fans.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are just like, I just find them so adorably and cute and fun, and I'm just like, yay, wrestling.
I get it.
So Cena Punk.
Yep.
And I mean, these guys can't have a bad match.
No, it's
I mean,
impossible.
the two of them together just makes
Pros.
genius.
Pros. Yeah.
I know it was an ends to a means. It was also Big Show could come out and, take
But the
out.
real ends, the most important part,
is Rock came out.
well, sort of, in the sense that The Rock came out,
Yeah.
and now you have basically the 3.5 biggest stars in WWE, sort of. I mean, I don't count Undertaker. I'm talking about day-to-days. So Big Show, he's a big deal. As
Yeah.
much as we don't really buy into it, he's a big deal. He's been around forever. So you have all these guys in the ring. Your bet is, just like every other day that's been, Rock clears house.
Yeah.
Just like every other time Rock's been in the ring, he's going to clear house and it's just going to end. And we saw the exact opposite, which is that CM Punk turned on the 1000th episode of Raw into what we call a heel or a bad guy.
A bad guy.
And he turned on The Rock, which I don't think is really turning because CM Punk's really out for himself, but it was really a move against the fans. And he took out Rock. He took out basically
The people's champ.
The people's champ. He walked out of the ring with everyone on the floor, and it was his moment. And I think that a mega star was built tonight. I get that Mike, pipe bomb, all those things have happened and made him huge for us.
Yes.
But I think tonight was the night for the kids. I think tonight was the night where you said, this guy's the biggest dude we're putting all our money into. The Rock is on the floor. Cena's on the floor. Rock is on the floor. I said Rock twice. Big Show's on the floor. This was sort of the statement to me as someone who wrote there of Vince is completely behind this guy. He's going to walk us into WrestleMania.
He's going to walk us into WrestleMania, and he's going to walk us into the future.
That's what I feel happened tonight.
It's so cool to see what's happening in wrestling world right now.
Yeah.
Where it's like these guys that they have worked for 10 years on the indies are now coming to WWE and making statements.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing to see.
And that's why I was so excited about stuff like PWG and ROH and stuff. It's like you see a new movement building, and those guys can only wrestle for so long. You know, a lot of them are going to start retiring and moving out, and you see what's coming up, and it's very exciting. It's very fun.
It is very fun. It's fun to see where they came from, too.
Yeah.
I'm always so proud working for Ring of Honor because it's like I know the history. I know I know where these guys were. I've watched episodes that they were on. I still go back and watch some of the episodes that they're on because I like the history when people finally they make that transition to being average to being amazing. And there are moments when it happens. And that's this was a moment tonight. It was one of those rare moments where it's like, you're right, it's for the kids because the kids, they don't necessarily understand the stardom that is The Rock.
Correct.
They know Punk because he's been on every single week on their television, so they get it.
Yeah.
But now it's almost like it is teaching the children that, okay, this guy is a bad guy because Rock comes in and he's happy-go-lucky and he's smiley and he's G.I. Joe, and then all of a sudden, he's on the floor.
Yep.
Oh, so amazing.
It was great.
Into WrestleMania.
It told the story.
We got to go to commercial.
Yes.
But we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
And we'll take some phone calls.
Yeah.
Hey there, good buddies. The handle's Woolly Bear. I'm a truck driving man, but I'm not that old school kind of truck driving man, no. I like to listen to podcasts while I'm driving through these great United States of ours. And my favorite podcasts in the world are from AfterBuzz TV. And why? Because AfterBuzz TV is like a post-game wrap-up show for all your favorite TV shows, like Jersey Shore, Dancing with the Stars, Mad Men, and a whole truckload more. I like listening to my Gossip Girl podcast, catching up with all my fellow fans and getting all the latest news and gossip. No, I got some strong opinions. And AfterBuzz TV lets me share those opinions with thousands of other listeners. Woo-wee, what a feeling. I used to doze off on those lonely stretches of road. And don't worry, I got the cruise control. But now I'm wide awake and listening to all the AfterBuzz TV goodness. Check them out, give them a holler, and tell them the old Woolly Bear sent you.
We have a country guy now.
Not the rate me guy.
I really like
Not
the rate me
serial
guy.
ratist. Not the serial ratist.
I really. Hello?
Oh, hey.
What's your name? Where are you from?
What?
Hi, it's Jellyneck.
Hey, it's Jellyneck.
Hello there.
It's everyone's favorite name I can't understand. How are you, Jellyneck?
I am good.
Good.
I actually I have a question before anything for Maria.
Yes.
I was looking at some Ring of Honor shows, but I didn't see when you guys are coming back to Philly.
I don't think we've announced yet. We are kind of sporadic at how we're doing things right now. We have some ones that we go back to all the time, and then Philly's one of the ones that we would like to start building to come back more often. But just keep checking the website, and I'd love to have you there.
Jellyneck.
Yeah, you have to
Jellyneck.
tweet me.
If you go, tweet at Maria, but also hold up a sign that just says Jellyneck.
Yeah, I saw you did a signing about a couple months ago in New Jersey, but I couldn't go because it was finals week.
Yeah, and I'm doing a show this weekend in New York. That's for Family Wrestling Entertainment, and it's a title match. So if you go to familywrestlingentertainment.com, you'll be able to find that information out.
Well, I'm trying to see.
You know what? Get out. Just get out of here. Get out of here. I had to throw Jensen out because he's trying to talk on the phone in here. But anyways, so how'd you like the show tonight, honey?
I actually liked it. I just wonder how come Stone Cold didn't go. I was upset about that.
I really wanted to see him
him too. They didn't have any Divas match either.
I was very upset about that as well. But I do think that Lita made quite the statement tonight.
Yeah, she did.
and you're back.
I love her to death. My favorite diva of all time.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing. She's so wonderful. I love talking to her about wrestling, about life, about everything. She's just such a great person.
Are you still talking about Jellyneck?
We're talking about Lita now,
Okay, fair
but
enough.
and Jellyneck is also a great person.
I feel that way about Jellyneck.
Oh.
Jellyneck, what did you think of tonight's show?
Oh, I just asked her.
Oh, F me.
I liked it. I love CM Punk, and I can't wait for I really want him to face The Rock. I really, really, really do. 'Cause
Good.
He's the best person to I think it will be a great match because I didn't really like Cena versus Rock as a match.
Yeah.
So I think it will be better for Punk versus
I agree.
Rock.
I agree. Well,
It'll be a better match.
Jellyneck, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're back in the
Thank
saddle.
you, guys.
Back in the saddle. Happy to have you along. Let's take another call.
Hello, what's your name? Where are you from?
Vance from North Carolina.
It's my serial killer. It's literally my two favorite callers, always back to back. How are you doing, possible serial killer?
I'm doing fine.
Good, man. Good. So, what did you think of tonight's show? I have a repertoire.
I thought it was amazing. You know, I grew up watching about 97. I was 7 years old, so seeing DX started off was really cool. But I was really I paused for a second when I saw CM Punk clothesline The Rock because I was watching with friends and I just knew that John Cena was gonna win. And Punk he broke the mold. He turned heel again, and it was like I kind of felt it because a few weeks back Eve was reminding him that he's been overshadowed.
Yeah.
Because even though he's been champion for
He's
8
right,
months
though.
now,
You're right.
which I think is-
That statement's right. He has been overshadowed, and he should have gotten more publicity. I mean, it's true, and it's almost like that's why I love his whole thing is very reality-based.
And I think now he's just gonna push through it, and I can't wait to see what's next. I'm ready for it.
Yep.
I thought it was really good.
Good, man. Well, thanks so much for calling in. And are you excited about next week, 1001? Are you just as excited?
Oh yeah, and AJ too. I can't wait to see what she's gonna do.
Yeah.
So
She's
it's
a
gonna be good. I'm excited for the show.
Well, thank you so much, man. Thanks,
Thank you.
and tune in next week. We'll be here with you again.
Of course. All right.
Okay, see you, man. Stay away from my house. Who's our next caller?
Christine.
Christine. Christine, where are you calling from?
Grand PA.
Where, PA? Did you say?
PA.
Are my ears crazy? Because I thought she said Sky and PA, which is not a place. That's not a place anyone lives. Sky and PA.
No, Scranton.
Oh, Scranton. No, like The Office.
I'll
Okay.
clean his ears later.
All right. Oh, I have a problem. We all know that. So Scranton. Okay. So what did you think of tonight's 1000th episode?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved that Lita was back and everything. And we saw Trish.
Yep.
And they.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions?
Do you have any questions for us or for the show?
No? That's okay.
Have you seen Maria's shirt tonight? It's super hot. I mean, isn't
I
that
love
hard?
it.
Yeah, me too.
Hang on.
Hold on. She's getting
I
us
gotta
more
fix
views. Did you
it.
get the camera? You got the camera on that. Because you don't want to see me anymore. All right. Good enough. Every break in the thing, I'm just going to ask if people have seen your shirt. Just every break in the show. If I think we've hit a wall.
It's
It's going to be like, you guys seen that, right?
Thank you so much for calling
Thank you.
in.
Have fun in Scranton. In the Sky, PA.
Sky P.
I don't even know what that meant. Do we have another call?
Do we have another one?
All right. Who's here?
Who's here?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Well, girls,
What's your
so many
name? What's you
girls.
from? What's you from? Where are you
Wow.
from?
Don't mind her. She's on bath salts. What's your name?
My name is Jensen. I'm from
Oh, it's Jensen too. We love Jensen
No.
too. Yeah, Jensen too.
Jensen too.
Yeah, we love her. She's called her before. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay.
Jensen too. What did you think of tonight? Listen, I don't know what it is. I have a thing with every caller. I have a bit. Yeah, I have a bit with every caller.
You know them all.
I know them
calling
all
in.
because I
It's
think
amazing.
I take more calls than other shows. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like I
you
feel like
do
when
take
I'm
more.
alone, I take
Yeah,
a lot.
you do. You take a
So
lot.
Jensen too.
You take a lot.
What did you? I've never had it this bad. Jensen too. What were your highlights for tonight? Like, what did you love?
Definitely Lita.
Yeah. See, man, across the board. Mm-hmm. I know.
She was part of that era.
Yeah, she was
And
good.
they've seen Rock and they've seen Brock.
Can I throw another thing into
Yes.
it? She's not watered down.
No.
They don't use her a lot. Like Trish is I love her, but it's a little.
Yeah.
I mean, I love seeing her, but it's not as important as seeing Lita. Oh shit, Lita's back. Like there's a thing there that she's kept her brand really strong. And she looked great. So I get
did.
it.
Yeah, like when I saw her come out, like froze on my bed.
Jensen 2. Jensen 2, how old are you?
14.
Oh, Lord.
You can't go there.
No,
honey.
I wasn't doing that. I was just trying to figure out how old I was when they named her Jensen. Like 17.
Oh.
Yeah.
My mom named me after a soap opera person.
Yeah, I know. That's like the other dude. When I was a kid actor, this other Jensen, which isn't his real name for the record.
Oh, great. Stole it from you.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I hope so. I think so. From our little SAG days or whatever it was. And so, I met him and I was like, Jensen. It was just like, there can only be one. It was like my Highlander moment. I was like, there can only be one of us, bro.
And now
And then he was
there's
like,
Jensen
I'm
2.
super famous. But then there's Jensen 2. Jensen 2 is a different
Jensen's
game.
2 is awesome.
Jensen 2 is 14, yeah.
Well, it's very nice to meet you and talk to you, honey. Have a good night.
Wait, I got a question
Oh,
for you.
okay.
Yes, yes.
What's your question?
Last night I was packing and I was watching Ring of Honor.
Okay. Thank you for watching.
Best way to watch it.
I think it was Kevin Steen
Uh-huh.
Love him.
and Kevin Steen, I think.
He's the
Yes.
best, yeah.
And his shirt, did he get the idea from John Cena?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that is definitely that. His shirt says "Kill Steen Kill," and it's done in the color scheme and the entire design of the Cena Punk loyalty hustler shirt or whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a great,
Okay.
great shirt. Thank you for watching, and definitely, watch us back next week.
Here's a tweet from Drew Fem. I'll give him.
Thank you, bye.
Oh, see you,
Bye.
bye Jensen
Thanks.
2. Bye Jensen 2. Live the legacy. Drew Fem is on Twitter. He wrote, I assume this is his WrestleMania run.
Okay.
You ready? Cena versus Punk versus Rock. That feels great.
Oh.
That feels great.
Oh.
Here's another one. Undertaker Lesnar. That feels great. All right. Ziggler Miz.
Come on, put Dolph in there with
No, it's going to happen earlier, but yes, I agree. Triple H HBK, which is something I talked about last WrestleMania. I'll
Okay.
take some credit for that.
Okay, you do it.
And then this one is the one I like, Daniel Bryan versus Dean Ambrose. If they could bring in Dean Ambrose by WrestleMania, that's a good match.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a kid who's in the up-and-coming world of wrestling, who's almost a savior, how good he is. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited about him.
I'm stoked for this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can do it.
You've seen her shirt, right? You guys have seen her shirt. Okay. It's my cue. Okay.
I am really hoping that we can be at
WrestleMania. That'd be
and
great.
actually do AfterBuzz from
It would be great.
WrestleMania.
It would be great.
Where is it going to be? It's going to be in New York.
I think it's going to be
New
in
Jersey.
I think it's going to be in Sky, PA.
Yeah. It's,
I don't even know. Yeah, it's New York.
where is
or New
Sky?
Jersey. Is it New Jersey?
New Jersey.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be there.
Yep.
Super excited about that. So
we have anyone else at the end of the calls?
Do we have one more caller?
One more caller.
One more caller. What's
Who
your
is
name?
this?
Hello, caller. Hello.
Have you seen Maria's shirt?
What?
Oh, hey, who's this? Thank you, Maria.
This is Todd,
Hey, Todd, where are you calling from?
Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
All right, Cedar Rapids. So, Todd, what did you think of tonight's show?
I thought it was great, but here is the problem.
Yes.
I didn't see any Ryback, and I thought that was messed up because Ryback is like the shit.
Come
He's like
on,
the
you're
best wrestler of all
joking.
time.
You just made Maria have an actual physical heart attack. He's no,
I'm serious.
no, he's trolling. Listen, you are trolling us right now. This is the
I'm
term.
not trolling you. I think Ryback is the stuff, man.
I
He's
feel like
awesome.
this is Ryback calling.
Todd, you are Todd, you are definitely trolling us.
I feel like Ryback is
I am
calling
not. I
in
love
right
So-
now.
so Todd,
I love
so
him
when you
in
watch the show-
Sheffield, I love him even more now.
Todd, when you watched the show, you didn't say, "Oh, weird they didn't have Stone Cold on." You said, "Weird they didn't have Ryback on."
Well, I was really upset there was no Stone Cold Steve Austin. Don't get me wrong. I love Stone Cold
This
Steve
is
Austin.
not. This is someone I know.
Has
This
to
has
be.
got to be someone. Who is this?
But I'm telling you personally.
who is this?
Ryback is going to be the next champion of WWE. I'm telling you, he's big. He's
You're
way big.
trolling
Maria.
us. I'm not in with you. You're trolling me.
Okay.
God,
All right.
Thank
I am
you.
not trolling
Todd.
you. I've been watching. I watch the show all the time. I love Maria.
Todd, will you do me- Todd, will you do me-
interviews and good stuff.
Todd, will you do me a favor? Try to call in as much as humanly possible because I would like to have you do the Ryback report, which is just you calling in and telling us where you think he should have fit in or what you thought of his role in the show.
I'm begging.
I could totally do that because I love Ryback, but not as much as I love Maria. She's the bomb.
Okay. Thank you. Well,
Thank
you are our new Ryback correspondent.
Ryback correspondent.
You're our correspondent.
Oh, wow.
So I appreciate it, and just keep tabs on him. We need to know where he is at all times. We need to know where you think he fits in. He's a monster. We all know that. But Todd, I appreciate it, and you're my new favorite caller.
New favorite.
All right. All right, guys. Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Take care.
Todd has found his role on the show.
He
is the Ryback reporter.
He is the Ryback reporter.
That's so funny.
We have to go to
but honestly, if I would have written that call, it couldn't have went better. He's just like, you know who I missed on the show? And I'm like, here comes Stone Cold. And he's like, Ryback. I'm like, well, wouldn't have bet on that.
No,
wouldn't have bet on that.
Wouldn't have bet on that at all.
Let's do predictions.
Let's do these predictions.
Never
And
felt
now, you're after
You feel it up.
TV.
Feel it up between
Never felt it.
the legs and the
Never
China.
felt it. China over here, Stephanie here.
A little bit
Your
of
shirt.
fake leg.
Yeah, just chilling all in this little thing. So here's how the show goes. We bring up things that we think are going to happen in the next week or soon. And
I'm thinking AJ.
what are you saying?
I'm saying that AJ is going to run amok.
Yes, I think that she is sort of the star of the scripted part of wrestling right now. You know what I mean? Like I feel like she's the storyline star. Does that make sense? And I love it. I think it's great.
You
I also,
said you had a prediction about like what?
Oh, Charlie Sheen. So
Charlie
Charlie Sheen fights Daniel Bryan. It ties into the idea that Charlie Sheen, this is a match that should never even occur. Daniel Bryan obviously will be Charlie Sheen, except for the idea that she will jump in.
Ooh.
So Charlie Sheen, like the Daniel Bryan versus the GM starts that week, in my opinion.
Makes out with Sheen.
That'd be
That's
great.
my prediction.
That'd be great
for AJ.
Real anger management.
Makes out my prediction.
That'd be great.
Make out, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
What a fun show with me and you.
Appreciate it.
Will
I
Smith
know.
and his son just killing it.
We just killed it.
Killing
just
it.
Killed
Just
it.
the two of
Jensen
us.
Karp, everybody.
Yeah, you can follow me, Jensen Clan 88 with a C, JensenClan 88. And I manage a rapper who just signed over to a record label that we'll be announcing soon. Her name's Nova Rockefeller, and you can see her new song Batman on YouTube. And new music soon.
Fabulous. Let's break it next week.
I'd love to.
Want to? And you can follow me at Maria L. Kanellis, and that's my Twitter account, or official Maria Kanellis is my Facebook. And you can catch me every couple weeks on Ring of Honor, hopefully soon, every week.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
See you guys.
Bye.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.